G'day YouTube, how the heck are we doing? It is Foul Play here. Welcome back to the second match of this Pauper League. We won the die roll. We are on the play versus Dr. Merp here. And we're just going to kick things off with a little scout action on this mulligan to 6. Alright, so opponent plays gate. Looks like there is some blue, there is some green there. So let's land cycle this Ash Barrens, get our planes. Ethereal Armor, attack for 2. And next turn we have Armadillo Cloak coming. Oh, and Urza's Mind. So this could be another Tron Ephemerate deck. That did not go so well last time for us. See if this is any different here today. This could get countered potentially. Alright, well that resolves. An attack for 5 is a good clock, so we'll take that. End of our turn. Opponent is doing something. Perhaps not. Okay. Plays a second mine. Network terminal. Alright, so this is almost certainly the Tron Ephemerate. Roger, roger. Well, we just want to be aggressive. So, attack for 8. Opponent's at 7 and at 5, pardon me. We gain a bunch of life and we have lethal on next attack if they can't stop us. Alright, so critical turn. Seagate comes in tapped. Blue. Another terminal. Alright, well, these add one of any color mana. Opponent could potentially cast a fog spell here for 2 mana. I guess we'll see. Crop rotation. Sure thing. So, still access to 2 mana here. Moment's peace. Alright, well, opponent does successfully fog the damage. And we'll just go and just extend a little bit onto the board, but not too much. I think they have Arms of Hater main deck as a one-of, and they have a way to tutor that to hand for 4 mana. Or a way to tutor any card in their library to hand for 4 mana. This would be the tutor effect. Could leave them 1 mana short of doing what they need to. Alright, looks like they just passed to us. And we'll just attack. Mystical Teaching. Search your library for an instant card. Or a card with flash, reveal it, put it in your hand. Shuffle your library. Finds crop rotation. Very interesting. So crop rotation, psyching the Seagate, completing their Tron. They now have Tron mana. They can obviously flashback this bad boy. Or cast another one. Weather the Storm. Okay. Well, did we slightly misplay that by not playing the Mask out? That's a bit of a shame. We do put our opponent to within 1 attack from dead though. And second main, we'll load up our second creature here. And then we'll play out a Bogle just in case there's an edict. So should have damage on 2 different creatures now. Lethal damage, that is. Opponent has all the mana in the world. Mnemonic Wall enters the battlefield. You may return target instant or sorcery card from your graveyard to hand. Moment's Peace back to hand. 3 cards in hand. Alright, so looks like opponent's not wasting any time. They're flashing it back. Sure thing. I guess we attack. They block. Can we gain life? Not really. No, we can't. That's fine. More mana. Another Mnemonic Wall. Alright, well, this still isn't a win condition. Alright, another cast on Moment's Peace. We find a Rancor. And I guess we play this one out second main. And time for some more big mana action. Impulse. Look at the top 4 cards of your library. Put one of them into your hand and the rest on the bottom in any order. Pretty good filtering there. Ephemerate. Cool. So now they have an Ephemerate lock on Mnemonic Wall. What a deck. Cool. You got it. So, upkeep. Ephemerate on their wall. Wall trigger, getting Ephemerate back. Cast Ephemerate, get Moment's Peace back. I would assume that's the way this is all going to pan out. Muldrifter, sure. Evoke effect here. Ephemerate the Muldrifter. Alright, here comes the Value Town. Alright, our turn. Moment's Peace. Except a second one from hand. And I think Ephemerate's coming back next turn. Impulse, sure. Alright, we find Abundant Growth. Draw a card. I guess we throw down some more damage. And I'm pretty sure our opponent cast Moment's Peace already, but I guess just in case. Alright, rebound on Ephemerate again. I hate this card so much. The fact that the decks that play it just get to go infinite on the effect is just obscene. Alright, another Muldrifter. Opponent can kill us with a slow clock. I'm curious if I should undertake the etiquette of of just conceding now, since they've got us locked and they've got a clock in the air and we have nothing to block flying. I mean, we probably do. I think they've demonstrated the loop enough times now. Another Moment's Peace and Mystical Teachings flashed back. Alright, well, we might get some information here. Prohibit. Sure. Alright, we'll concede. Alright, so this is the monster that is Ephemerate Tron. So we saw mostly what the deck does there. We saw that with Mystical Teachings, they can search up any instance that we have to worry about. I mean, they have Stonehorn Dignitary as a way to interact with us as well. They've got Breath Weapon to sweep the board, Arms of Hadir to sweep the board, Weather the Storm to gain life, Moment's Peace to prevent damage. Yeah, so like a fair bit of really irritating stuff, and basically we want to be quick and race them, as is customary in most of our matchups. A reminder as well, guys, if you do find this video entertaining or informative, please consider subscribing. Alright, so cards I like here: Flaring Pain, Crimson Acolyte. We'll take out the Silhana Ledgewalkers for the Crimson Acolyte. If they go for Red Sweeper, Acolyte will have protection there, and otherwise the two cards are fairly even. We probably want Ram Through as well as a way to interact with their creatures, with that Stonehorn Dignitary that we may or may not see. Vigilance is probably not very useful here. Can probably trim on Cloak and Mask because both of those are slow. If we see one copy of each in a game, we're probably happy. Let's -2 Cloak, leave the Mask in. We just need to lose one more card now. I guess it's just Cartouche Solidarity. We'll submit that. We'll get into it. Okie dokie. This hand is poo-poo. Throw. And this hand is also poo-poo. I can't believe it. Our 5-card hand is still a no-lander. Like, what the hell is this rubbish, man? Well, we just lose to our own deck right now this game. Bit sad, really. Alright, keep this one. I think we're far enough behind. We gamble on naturally drawing the land and Utopia attack for 3, pardon me. I don't think we realistically win this game if we don't naturally draw the land, so yeah, that's pretty frustrating. And we draw a completely redundant creature, which we don't want to see. So, GG, well played. Alright, Energy Refractor enters the battlefield. May draw a card. Hey, look at you. Right on time. Thank you, Forest. Well, I mean, maybe we get to resolve an Armadillo Cloak now next turn. We'll see. Okie dokie. Turn 3 for our opponent. Crop rotation. Seagate goes bye-bye. Gets the power plant. And I guess if that's what they're doing, it means that they have the tower in hand. Crop rotation. Okay, never mind. Never mind. Alright, well that seems kind of strong. Turn 3, 5 mana. They did have to work for it a little bit, but not as much as we probably hoped. Ethereal Armor, great draw. Don't tell me you've got a counterspell, man. Are you kidding me? I'm this low on resources and shit's getting countered. That's really not good. Alright, in for 4. Opponent plays Network Terminal. Bajuga Bog. Not such an issue on the Bajuga Bog. Million mana. Can cycle for colors. Ristic Circle. Pay 1 mana. Any player may pay 1 if they do. Next time a source of your choice would deal damage to you this turn. Prevent that damage. Cool. Alright, well, good to see that our deck is still forsaking us with absolutely rubbish draws. Getting our opponent close to dead. We do have the Flaring Pains to help push through. But this is going to be a giant roadblock. Thorn from the opponent. We also don't have red mana yet. Tap, tap, tap. Muldrifter. Opponent drawing some cards. 3 in hand for them. Okay. Sure. I'll pay a mana to prevent that. Why the hell not? Sure. I mean, it locks up our aura casting for the turn, but oh wait, he's got 2 mana floating still. Weird. I thought I counted that out. I guess it was Tower, and I counted Tower as having 2 mana, not 3. So that's a bit lame. So that looks like an upkeep trigger. So any land we should play. We don't have any attacks here, so pass turn. Second tower for the opponent plays Impulse. And Muldrifter on beats. They have a lot of prevention effects in this coming turn here. Ephemerate on the Muldrifter. Lovely. So probably just let this go through. Look to cast our auras. We can go on a second creature. Opponent burns a couple of mana here. It doesn't matter. They still have access to like 8 mana or something. We probably fight over this last one a little bit, I guess. Force them to tap a bit of mana. Alright, so that's fine. These kinds of shields on everything. Well, that's good news. We find the Abundant Growth. It's probably slightly more important than Ethereal Armor is, so we'll lead on the Ethereal Armor, hoping if the opponent has a counterspell, that's going to be the one that is countered. As it is, no Flaring Pain as of yet. Our creatures are getting slightly larger. We can also start to get a little bit tricky and look to use our opponent's Ristic Circle effect on their own Muldrifter and bide time. Opponent plays Refractor and taps 1,000,000 mana. Mnemonic Wall, getting back Ephemerate. Yeah, everyone's favorite line. No attacks from the opponent. Get to untap, and I guess we're going to just be saying no to these effects for now. We still don't have Trample, and they have a fair few good blockers. Alright, and for turn, well, that's not too bad. That is a card. Alright, Abundant Growth over this way. Draw trigger. Another Abundant Growth. Alright, well, Funky stuff. Funky stuff. Alright, we'll resolve that one and we'll skip through the turn. Hopefully draw to Flaring Pain. Alright, Ephemerate on Mnemonic Wall. Getting back. Which one was that? Prohibit. Alright, so opponent has Counterspell effects now in hand. That's fine. We should note that if we kept like the same hand but with 7, right? If we kept like an Ethereal Armor Rankle hand, we probably would have actually tempoed our opponent out and killed them. We like this far behind because we mulliganed to 4. Opponent attacks. Alright, no blocks on the flyer. Go to 16. Ghostly Flicker. Yeah, I mean, because 4 copies of Ephemerate is not enough, so Ghostly Flicker exists as well. Drawing some cards. 9 in hand. That is, crikey, that's a lot. What are we ditching to bin? See 2 lands put into the graveyard, and well, opponent lets. Wow, it's still only on 2 mana. That's kind of interesting. Another Abundant Growth, redundant on the land there, and yeah, cool. That's about right. Well, opponent can use counterspells on this. I guess this happens, and we can just tax the Muldrifter next turn. Alright, we see end step Ghostly Flicker, trigger. Getting back Ghostly Flicker, drawing 2 cards. Seems about right. And Ephemerate on the Muldrifter, drawing even more cards again. Alright, so first main cast, a second Muldrifter attacks, and let's go ahead and activate this ability, right? What do you mean? Can I not? Any player may pay 1. I guess that's something only our opponent can do. Okay, sure. Alright, no blocks. We'll go to 14. Alright, so opponent attacks for 4 in the air. Puts us down to 10. Second main, adding a lot of mana. Some red mana as well. Is this just like a burn effect now? Alright, so that's going to be it for today's match, guys. A bit of an unfortunate one. Mostly I feel like we lost to our own deck there on that mulligan. But opponent definitely demonstrated the power of Ephemerate Tron at the moment. And it seems like a really, really strong deck. And definitely something to try and be prepared for. Thank you all very much for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. And until next time, have a great day. We'll see you then.